Friends, so I hope you guys are ready for the next session today. We're gonna be going over Storyboard and its various components. So let's do the same thing all over again. Make a new project, single view, and let's give it a name Storyboard. Let's give it a name Storyboard 1 and hit create. So let's start with buttons. Let's give it some different properties. Let's give it to button 1. Let's give it name start and give it name end, and let's have activity indicator. Okay. And let's give it tag value. So tag value is basically like to give it nicknames. You can think it of. Tag value is this one. Now if I give it tag values, now I can use the same method for different buttons. So we're gonna start. Now say button action. And this say activity ind indicator, and the button, let's remove the connection. Remove connection. We have to make it of type action, so we give it of type button action, and then to the same button we also add this button, this action too. Okay, so this has both. So now how we will check like which button is pressed? So now we are given the type value, right? So we can say if sender dot tag tag equal to 1. Start is pressed. Button this is a type button ID action. We cannot use we cannot use dot notation, we have to use space notation. Okay, let's run the code. So once we run the code, now we just have one action method for both the buttons. We print it out. See, it's working. Okay, so our code is working now. We have this activity indicator. So let's go inside this inside this class and see, let's see the properties. Enable coder, hide zoom and stop. Start animating, stop animating, is animating. Let's say activity indicator. So first we stop it by default. Let me say this. So then we can say activity indicator start animating. We are calling this method, and inside this one we are calling this method activity indicator stop animating. Okay, so let's run our code. This should start it, this should end it. Again, start the indicator, end the indicator, start it, end it. Okay, so our code is working. So now we have learned the button, the tags, the activity indicator. So let's go on to the more functions of the. So now let's play with a text field. Now we have played with a. Now let's have the button over here. Okay, now let's play with a text field. Let's add a text field to it. So we have two things, a text field and a text view. So a text field is for single line and text view are for multiple line. That's it. So we have a text field. So the text field is text field. Let's give it a name text field. So over here we can say the text field like text field dot text. Usually, so right now we are putting the text over here, but usually text fields are used for taking the input from the user. Let's make it iPhone 5. So let's you can see the indicator and stuff. Okay, so this text field has more properties that you can access from the storyboard only. So it has a placeholder like indicator, display, then you have background image and stuff. You can also like set the font or the color. Let's make it to red. Okay, text plain, capitalization done. Okay, run. So it has color, font, color, and it also has this thing. So the secure text entry. So you will see the difference. Like if you are typing a password or something, then you can also have this. So see, This is a difference. Now see, it is surely getting entered in this one. Okay, and now we also have a protocol class. Protocol class for TextField. It's UI TextField delegate. So this is a protocol class for all the delegate methods. When you go inside this class, we can see the methods. TextField should begin editing. TextField did begin editing. So if you want to, like suppose if you want to have certain methods to be called, like if you want to display, if you want to search, like when the text field gets start entering, you can say did begin editing, and then you have another method. Editing. So you say the editing okay. So the writing has begun. So these methods are called accordingly. You will just see it. Oh, so nothing happened. Why? Because the delegates were not set, so you have to set the delegate now. So you right click and then you just simply set the delegate. Now the delegates are set. Now the methods will be called. And everything has begun. And then when we say enter, say end is pressed. Okay. And now we have a very important, very interesting method of this one, which is known as it has more properties over here and return. So this method like returns. So this method pretty much returns is called whenever the enter key is pressed. Whenever you want to have the enter key pressed, you have to return yes. Okay, so now the return key is pressed. Now when you see, so this method is getting called now. Okay. Now if you have one more text field, let's see this. And then you join them as TextField 2. Now when the return key is pressed, so and now one more thing, so to show the keyboard and you can say design become first responder. Become first. Let's text. Okay. to remove the keyboard, you just simply say text field resign first responder. This will remove the keyboard. So no, this will show the keyboard. So as soon as you will click, the keyboard should appear. Okay, editing has stopped. Which should resign? No, you say become first responder. Sorry, my bad. The code is become first responder. Now the keyboard should appear. Now when the second one is clicked, the end editing first one is called. So see, you can see the end editing has stopped now. Okay, and now we have this button where you hit enter, and now we want the second text field should be activated when we press enter. So it should be text field, the text field 2 become first responder. So you will see that as soon as you will go to the first one, as soon as you hit enter, the second one is shown. Okay, and now on our exit, so you can just also try to remove the text field resign first responder. Okay, now this will remove the keyboard and then it will add the keyboard for the second one. Okay, okay, so now the text field is done. Activity. Now let's play with labels. So to display a text, usually text, we use labels. Labels are this one. This is a label. Now this is a label. Label is now the star button is called label. Label is label dot text. And the button stop is uh, see. So the button. So now we can see the label changes. And then the same way, so you can add properties to these labels. You can add color, you can increase the size, you can do the alignment thing. That's a label. Now let's come to now let's come to more now let's come to more objects of a storyboard. Button is done, text field is done. Let's have a stepper. Now from the stepper we will have the Slider progress. Okay, so now let's play with the stepper. Now the stepper have an action also, and then they can be made as a property as well. So let's make it first an action. Make it a type action. And then you make it of type value. Stepper var. Okay. So now we can just print it out. So we can just say ns log dot. So now, so this method will be called whenever we hit the stepper, and then we can access the property of the variable of the stepper. So basically we can just do this part. This is actually of type float, so let's hit float. I don't know why it's hanging so much. Let's work on a different simulator. Okay, now it works. So now see, it works 3 and then it works the other way around. Okay, so the stepper value works. So now let's have a progress view. Progress view. You can just say you can assign the value progress where dot the value inside this is progress equals to, you can just keep on adding it, so it's plus 0.1. So now you keep on adding it, so you can just say, so you see it keeps on, but right now it's taking breaks. So if you go inside this class progress view, you will see this method set progress. If you want to have it animated, you can also make it this way. Set progress, and this one make it of type progress. Animated, yes. So see, now it will keep on increasing. See, now it animates. Okay guys, so we had a stepper, we had a progress view. Now let's add some more some more buttons to it. We have a page control tool which you can check the pages. Switch. Let's have a switch. Uh, Switch. Let's not give it a name switch. Let's give it some other name. Switch where? Okay, so give it a name, right? So let's do this part. So on the click of a button, I want to change the value. So I say switch dot. Let's go inside this class. UI switch. UI switch. You can change the colors, and then this is a getter. No, we're not saying this. We're looking for on. Let's try this method set on. No exception. Okay, so set on is not working. So let's do this one. So exception is throwing, so you to catch the exception you add exception breakpoint, and now you hit play. Okay, probably I think I know the reason, because it has two names to it. That is what I was thinking. Switch. And you can just make it no. So now you can just say the no is. So now we are changing it programmatically. So now we can just say if. See. Okay, so now we can change the value, and now I have more properties. Like I can also change the color. Dot tint color equals to, you have to call the class, and then you have to call the method of it. So now it should. It didn't work. UI switch, it's on tint color. Okay, it's on tint. It should work. So let's run my code. I gave the color over here on tint color. So now it's red, and now when I click, it works. Okay, and I'm able to access the property as well, and then I'm calling the method accordingly. Okay guys, today we learned about so many of our storyboard objects, like label, buttons, tags values, text fields, keyboard, and when you hit enter it should go to the next line, and then it should edit, and then the stepper, progress view. So progress view is still changing, switch. So we have pretty much covered all the objects of storyboard. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. This helped me make more and more videos. Thank you. See you next time.